Hey everybody, welcome to part 3 of the revamped, reworked McFarlane Batman Begins figure. Obviously what's left, and I did mention this, was the neck. The head and the neck. And already if you're astute, you'll notice the differences. There are slight bulges where the jaw goes, right here on the side of the mouth, right on the side of the head. We'll compare that to the head of the Dark Knight figure, which is basically what they used. And you'll notice the jaw pieces aren't there anymore. It's just rounded. And since that's the head that they used, you have to add that. So you see that sort of, it triangulates this part of the head. This line is very important to the look of the Batman Begins. You'll see it now. maybe I can get it in the same shot where you can see them a little better. There you go. You see that now? You see the big difference in the jaw. That's very important. You have to develop that, and you have to sculpt the neck. This large, bulging neck there. It goes all the way around. It looks like his head could fit all the way through the neck and up into the mask when you look at it on the movie. Now, one thing also is there's a little bit of a seam line on mine for two reasons. One, it's sharper. It keeps the detail cleaner. I could have puttied that. I could have glued that. It's actually still mobile. The head is removable and I can still pose it somewhat. But I doubt I ever really will. I went for the cleanliness. I wanted a clean line there. I just like that look myself. Plus, to be honest with you, I wasn't sure how to glue that, because you got to glue the dumbbell inside the head as well as the outer area, and I just didn't feel like doing that. So that's the cleanest look I could get for this guy, to get him to be the Batman Begins. But here you go with the cape. No, I didn't do anything to the gauntlets. There's no reason to pull those out again. But that's the big difference. That's the big change in the the Dark Knight look, and the head and the neck. You've got that big old neck, and those jowl things. I'm gonna do a quick look right here. I've got it on my computer. It was kind of hard to do this in video, and try to show you this, but you can see where I've put the epoxy putty here. You see it. It's like a cheek here and here. All right, I'm going to change the angle. Here's sculpting the neck. That's kind of the rough shape of the epoxy that I put on there. The back, and that's a quick paint thing, which showing you how the cheeks, as they are, sort of triangulate. So that's the best I could do. At least you can see where I applied the putty. There's a rounded area in the back of the neck. I kept this a little bigger. I came all the way around the front, and you raise it a little in the back because you have to. And I guess I didn't mention something. Let's go back to the model itself, to the figure. When I did this, I actually trimmed off some of the cowl. Inside the cowl itself, I also trimmed. I used a razor knife and shaved away inside the neck so that it would fit very comfortably and loosely onto this now enlarged neck. That's pretty important. That's pretty important. I mean, it's a lot of steps to get this to look right, but you have to do them, to get it to work. You don't want that head on there too tight, or this outer part of the head will bulge out. It'll bend it. You know what I'm trying to say. This area here will actually bulge, and so you have to account for the now larger neck on the inside of the head a little bit, and that's tricky to do because you don't want to flex your area that has the epoxy, or it might pop the epoxy off. So all that being said, that's the work I did. It's a little tricky to explain post tense. But if it makes sense, you know, you add the jowls or the chin bone, you add the neck, the broad neck, you still have to blend it in where it's a nice smooth transition. You can see there the way the light hits it. And I masked off, I did it all with the cape on, as you saw in the photos. I masked off the cape when I was doing my putty work. And then when I did the paint work, I kept that mask on there, painted it black, sprayed it with my, you know, extremely important in this case, super clear, super matte finish. A couple of coats of that. You need a couple of coats because if you're going to do what I did and have a mobile head, the fact that the head could scrape the paint off is there, the potential. So you need that epoxy on there to protect that black and to create a barrier between the head and the neck. And that's it. That's the end of my Batman Begins custom. For now, I may one day in the future try to redo those gauntlets. I so hate them, I just don't even like looking at them, so I'm going to keep them undercover. They work for the figure for the moment, and I'm content with it. It'll look great on the shelf, and I'm very happy, but it's not quite, it's always going to bother me, so I'll come back to it when I do. That'll be a future project, and somebody else that does a custom. If you redo yours, please share. I want to see what you did, and maybe I'll take the effort to redo mine. But that's it. I hope you've liked my series. I hope they've informed you on what you can do to your Batman Begin figure to make it right, or at least make it as close to right as you can. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you next time, hopefully for something very simple and different. These McFarlanes are proving to be a lot of work, but they're fun. I mean, we all know that work on it, they're fun. Quick shout out to the dad and kids, you know who you are, and a couple of other people that have inspired me on this particular quest, including Dean. And Dean, thank you for your absolute adherence to accuracy. I don't know how accurate this is, but I hope you will approve of it. In the meantime, you guys take care. We'll see you next time.